Brees and Sean Payton last year won the job in camp this summer, and then yesterday threw 5 touchdown passes with nary a pick in the rout of Green Bay. Jeff Darlington has more on the story.
If someone told you one quarterback in the Saints-Packers game had 5 touchdown passes in a blowout win, while the losing QB had no touchdowns, 2 picks, and was pulled from the game with 10 minutes left, who's got Jameis Winston, not Aaron Rodgers, as the winner? Anybody? Didn't think so.
Straight back in the pocket, he's looking deep. He's looking for Deontay Harris, he's open, and Deontay makes the catch. See you later, bye. Touchdown, Saints.
This was a beatdown to the most unexpected degree.
Despite the adversity of having to be in Dallas, despite all the things that happened at home, our mindset stayed the same. We were preparing to play against Green Bay and play the best football that we can. So we did that.
There's nobody I'm more excited to watch, just because the belief I have in him, and the sky's the limit, and just see his evolution as a player and as a man. I think the world is really going to be shocked by what they see.
Jameis is, he's a pro quarterback, and I'm impressed, I guess. But that's what I expect from him. Even if you ask him, he feels like he can still get better. So that's what I love about him.
We'd wondered all offseason whether Winston and Sean Payton were the perfect match at the perfect time. Winston needing a coach to help eliminate the mistakes, and Payton needing a QB to replace Drew Brees.
I thought he played very well. He was locked in, focused.
Drew always preached, it's about the decision, not the result, right? Sometimes the decision is throwing a ball away. Sometimes the decision is running, tugging. Sometimes the decision may be taking a sack. So the more that we keep making the right decision, it'll take care of itself.
Sure, it's just 1 week, but Winston became the first quarterback in NFL history to have 5 TDs and 0 interceptions in a Week 1 start with a new team. So yes, it is a big deal. Will it continue? We'll see. But at least for this week, in this game, Winston got some redemption in the form of a major win. In Jacksonville, Jeff Darlington, ESPN.
From one Jeff to another. We'll say good morning to Jeff Saturday. He's going to be with us every Monday morning. Look, Jameis Winston was impressive. There's no other way to put it.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers was not. 132 yards passing. That's it. No touchdowns, 2 interceptions. What happened to that Green Bay offense?
Oh, listen, it started bad. Honestly, I've never seen Aaron play as poorly as he did yesterday. And he admitted it, right? Came off the field and said, I did it. But there were no adjustments either, Nicole. Like, you look at it, you can tell there's confusion. When have you ever seen Aaron hop off, jump in the middle of the pocket, and throw the ball 1.5 yards behind his receiver? It just doesn't happen. And it was kind of like the Saints played keep away in the first half. Their offensive line did a really good job controlling and dominating, which made the Packers press. And you see, when high-powered offenses press, and I played in one with the Colts for 13 years, you begin to force things, try to do things that are out of the ordinary. That's what they did, and the Packers, and they just steamrolled them, man. And give the Saints a ton of credit. Jameis Winston, he balled out, but there were no adjustments from LaFleur or the Packers, and the Saints absolutely dominated.
The Packers do have a chance to get right because they host the Lions week 2.
Yes.
That is on Monday Night Football. One of the other, surprises of the first week here was the Cardinals. They went to Nashville and they beat the Titans 38-13. Now, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks, but Kyler Murray had 4 passing touchdowns, and he also rushed for 1 himself. Who is more impressive? Is it Chandler Jones or is it Kyler Murray?
Well, listen, Kyler Murray, what he did was phenomenal, and I love it. Fantastic quarterback, but I'm an offensive lineman. and listen, when a defensive lineman lines up and gets 5 sacks against arguably one of the better offensive lines in football with the Tennessee Titans, he had a phenomenal day. Like, this is a game-wrecking, this is a pay the man his money moment for Chandler Jones. He just saw what happened with Watt in Pittsburgh. He's looking at Steve Keim in Arizona saying, hey, Steve, pay me or I'm sitting the rest of the season. You saw what I just did. 5 sacks, dominated the game. This kid played out of his mind.
What does J.J. Watt's presence mean for him on that roster?
Oh, my word. Listen, no more slide two, right? Like, when you play a guy like Chandler Jones and you're an offensive line, you literally have a Jones call. We're going to slide his way, double team him, chip him, do all those things. With Watt in the middle and what he can do one-on-one, you can't do that anymore. It opens up his game tremendously.
Ryan Clark said, don't show up to work next week until you get paid.
Amen.
The Cardinals host the Vikings next week. Okay, you got up early for us, so let's throw you a little block party. Your thoughts on this block, Jordan Mailata, Eagles and Falcons. Take a look. We're going to show you.
Crushing. This is why you wake up on Monday morning, people. Watch this block. Look,
why you don't wake
watch
up Monday
Grant.
morning.
Hey, get off the train tracks, young man. You want no part of that action. I love it. There's nothing better. Look, form just runs through, leaves his feet. That is a big-bodied human being, Nicole. To go run through somebody on a touchdown for Rager, nothing better for an offensive lineman. When you get highlights on Monday morning, you can't feel better as an O-lineman.
Athletes in space, my friends. Athletes in space. The Eagles get to host the Niners next week, and it's not going to get much better for the Falcons because they get the Bucs. We get him. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I felt that over here. Wow. We got a fantastic finish in Cincinnati. Vikings and Bengals need 60 minutes plus every drop of overtime to figure this one out. Dalvin Cook led the NFC in rushing last season. Gets over here in the fourth. So the Vikings down by 3 at that point. And then last seconds of the game in regulation, Greg Joseph from 53 yards as the clock goes zeros. Money. So we got overtime. Headed to OT, score tied at 24. In OT, Vikings driving, trying to get back into range for Joseph. Cook had 4 fumbles last season, and there's the football again. He leaves it on the turf. What a turn of events it is. Jermaine Pratt recovers. They looked at it a couple times. That is a fumble. And then Joe Burrow on 4th and inches. He audible to this play. Gutsy call. He's got C.J. Uzomah for the first down and 32 yards. Joe Burrow sets him up. Evan McPherson, the rookie from Florida, lines it up from 38 to win the game. How's this for a first game for a rookie? Bingo. At the very end of overtime, 27-24, Cincinnati.
Coming up, we just talked about it. Kyler Murray was electric, but was he good enough to make the list from 10 to 1? We call them top plays. You can call them next.